It's this beautiful flower that has raised petals, and you can grow it as big or small as you want. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a tea rose. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Okay, so we're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to start with a base ring. For your base ring, you want to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then to close off this ring, we're going to do a slip stitch into the first chain that you made. So insert your hook into that first chain, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. And we're going to be working into the center of that ring. For row 1, we're going to chain 1, and you want to do 16 single crochets into the ring. So you insert your hook, grab the yarn, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. That's my first single crochet. Here's my second, third, fourth. I'm going to do 16 off camera, like a total of 16, and I'll see you when I'm there. Okay, so now I just did my 16th single crochet into the ring. To finish off this row, we want to do a slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made. So on top of that single crochet, insert your hook, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. That there is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to start with a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. Now we're going to skip the next stitch, the next single crochet, and then do 1 double crochet into the next. So basically we're skipping the second single crochet of the previous row into the next, doing a double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2, skip 1 stitch, and into the next do a double crochet. And this is what we want to do all the way around. Chain 2, skip 1 stitch, and into the next a double crochet. So do that, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so at the end here, we're going to finish off by doing our last double crochet, chain 2. We're going to have only 1 stitch left. We're going to be skipping that. And then you want to do a slip stitch into the third of the chain 5 that you started with. So we count from bottom to top, 1, 2, 3. Into that third chain, insert your hook, and then do a slip stitch. So this here is the end of row 2. Now for row 3, we're going to slip stitch into the next chain 2 space. So this chain 2 space here, just a slip stitch. And from here, we're going to do a chain 1. And into the chain space, you want to work the following combination. A single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet. And that's going to be your petal. This is exactly what you want to do into each one of the chain spaces. So I'm going to do it one more time with you. We're going to find the next chain space and start with a single crochet. Then half double crochet. Then double crochet. Then half double crochet, and then single crochet. And that's the petal. Do that same repetition all the way around, and I'll see you when you're done. All right, so I just did the last petal here. And so to finish off the row, you just want to do a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the row. I just did that slip stitch. Once you finish the last petal, slip stitch. And then from this point, we're going to work row 4. For row 4, we're going to want to work behind the petals. So we're going to be working around the base of the stitch, but behind it. So I'll show you how to do that. We're going to start by chaining 1. And then you want to do 1 single crochet into the base of the same stitch as the last slip stitch. What that means is where you did the slip stitch was the first single crochet of the previous row. So we're going to go behind the petal, find that single crochet, which is this one here. And from right to left, we're going to insert our hook like this. Like you're coming from the right of it, in front of it, and then to the left of the single crochet. And then you pull the yarn back. Like so. And here we're going to complete our single crochet. So I'm going to do that again with you. I'm going to unravel everything just to make sure that we got it. So we're trying to do a slip stitch in the back of the stitch. So this is the single crochet you want to go into. We bring our hook behind it from right to left with the hook, and then pull the yarn back. And now complete this single crochet. Now we're going to chain 3. You want to skip 4 stitches and then do 1 single crochet into the base of the next stitch. The same idea going behind it. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, finding the next stitch, which is basically the single crochet of the first single crochet of the next petal. So you want to go behind the petal from right to left of the stitch, and then grabbing the yarn and pulling it back, completing your single crochet. And that's what we want to do all the way around. We chain 3, skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next behind the stitch, insert your hook from right to left, grab the yarn and pull it back, and complete your single crochet. This is what we want to do all the way around. So do that and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, once you do the last 3 chains, we're going to skip the single crochet we have to do because you already have it. It's the first one that you did at the beginning. So rather, we're just going to do a slip stitch into that first single crochet that you did. This here is the end of row 4. For row 5, you're going to do a slip stitch into the first chain 3 space. And we're going to chain 1. Now into each of the chain 8 spaces, or chain 3 spaces, sorry, that you have around, we're going to do the following combination for our second row of petals. You're going to do 1 single crochet, then 1 half double crochet, then 3 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, and 3. Then 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet. And that is the petal repetition. We find the next chain 3 space and do another one, starting with a single crochet, then a half double crochet, then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, then 1 half double crochet, and then a single crochet. And that's what the petal is gonna look like. So repeat that petal repetition into each of the chain spaces around, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did the last petal here, my last single crochet into the chain space. So now to finish off this row, we just want to do a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the row. So we insert your hook into that single crochet and then do a slip stitch. This here is the end of row 5. Now for row 6, we're going to work again behind the petal, behind the pillar of the stitch. So we're going to start by doing a chain 1 and then doing 1 single crochet into the first stitch of the row. So into the single crochet that we have in the first petal, behind it from right to left, grabbing the yarn and pulling it through and completing a single crochet. This is what we did in row 4. So just that exact same technique. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're skipping 6 stitches and then doing 1 single crochet into the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which basically brings you to the first single crochet of the next petal, the same like row 4. And so you bring it back and do a single crochet. So this is exactly how you worked row 4, except you're going to be chaining more and skipping more stitches. So let's do it again. You chain 5. You skip 6 stitches, find the single crochet of the next petal, the first one, and doing a single crochet around it, just behind it. This is what we want to do all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so at the end here, you're going to finish off by doing the last chain 5. And we're not going to do the first single or the last single crochet because you already have it. It's the first one that you made. So you're going to insert your hook into that single crochet and just do a slip stitch. And that there is the end of row 6. Now for row 7, we're going to work a slip stitch to the first chain 5 space. Now we're going to chain 1 and then do the repetition for the next petal, which is 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 5 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. then 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet. And that's going to be the petal repetition. So let's do the next one together. We're going to start with with a single crochet around the next chain space, then a half double crochet. Then we're going to do 5 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. And that's the petal repetition we want all the way around. Do that into each of the chain spaces, and I'll see you when you're done. So I just did the last single crochet of the last petal. So now to finish off this row, we just want to do a slip stitch to the first petal off the row, the first single crochet off the first petal. This here is going to be the end of row 7. Now for row 8, we're going to do the same thing we've done in rows 6 and 4. We're going to start by doing a chain 1, and now we're going to do a single crochet at the first single crochet of each petal, working behind, like we've done before. Now we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip the rest of the petal stitches and then find the first single crochet of the next petal and do the same thing. 1 single crochet, working it from behind. Then we chain 7 and do that all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. So at the end of the row here, we're going to finish off by doing a chain 7, and you're not going to do that last single crochet because you already have it. Instead, we're going to do a slip stitch to that single crochet and pull through. That there is the end of row 8. Now for row 9, we're going to do a slip stitch to the first chain 7 space. We're going to start by doing a chain 1, and now we're going to work the petal. So for the petal, you want to do a single crochet, a half double crochet, then 7 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here. Now we're going to do a half double crochet and then 1 single crochet. And that's how you work the petal. So into each one of the chain spaces, you're going to work the petal repetition, which starts at a single crochet, then 1 half double crochet, then 7 double crochets, then 1 half double crochet, then 1 single crochet. That's what you want to do all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just finished my last petal here. So now we're just going to finish doing that slip stitch into the first single crochet. That there is the end of row 9. So now I'm pretty sure you've noticed this pattern here. So essentially every time you do the chains behind the petal, you're just doing an increment of 2, meaning this last one we did like 2 rows ago, row 8, you did chain 7 and then the single crochet, chain 7 single crochet, chain 7 single crochet. So if you wanted to keep growing this flower, you're just going to add that 2 increase at the chains and then 2 increase at the petal repetition as well. So let me explain. This was the end of row 9 here. So let's say you want to keep growing it. Row 10, you would start by doing that chain 1 and then those single crochets behind the first single crochet of every petal and then doing your chain 9. The last one was a 7, so this would be a chain 9. For your next row is where you would work the petal. So you would add 2 more double crochets to the previous number. So this petal was 7 double crochets. Therefore, the next petal will be 9 double crochets. The next petal will be 11 double crochets, 13, 15, and so on. So you're adding those 2 double crochets at the petal row. And for the chain, you're adding 2 more chains for that repetition. So since we've already done it a few times, I'm going to leave it at this. I like the size. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off my yarn and thread my ends through. And look how stunning. The color I used for this is very bright, but it's so beautiful. You can see the different layers of petals growing from smaller to bigger, and then you have a little bit of gapping if you see it from the sides. Super stunning. This makes for a really beautiful applique. And what's really cool about this one is you can grow it as big as you want or keep it as small as you want. The repetition is quite intuitive. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.